For every beloved Pokemon trainer, there's one that's hated by almost everyone. So starting out with one of the most controversial trainers in the game, Whitney from Goldenrod City. Despite being just the third gym leader in Johto, Whitney is well known for being overpowered, frustrating, and the nightmare of unprepared players everywhere. Don't get me wrong, if you're a veteran player or someone who's just been playing for a while like me, Whitney isn't a major issue. You just need to be careful about type matchups and have a strategy ready. However, if your team is underleveled or you don't have a fighting type ready, that Miltank will destroy you. The real problem arises when casual players face that Miltank unprepared. It can wipe out entire teams with rollout getting stronger with each hit while healing itself with Milk Drink. After that, it still has a track to make your male Pokemon useless, and for instance, most starter Pokemon at that point in the game are male. This is just another reason why Whitney stands out as a difficulty spike. I've been reading through countless forum posts, and one thing everyone is saying is that Whitney's Miltank caused more rage quits than any other gym leader. It's no wonder so many players have PTSD from that cow. Now, let's talk about the scientifically proven worst trainer Falkner. A YouTuber ran 15,000 battle simulations, and Falkner only won 5 of them. That's not even a 1% win rate. Flying type gym leader of Violet City comes at you with a Pidgey and Pidgeotto, which sounds about as threatening as it actually is. The only thing memorable about Falkner is how forgettable he is. Players literally have to look up his name because they can't remember it. His team provides no challenge and his personality is basically non-existent, making him the definition of a filler gym leader. But one trainer I'll never forget and will always love is Cynthia. Cynthia is easily the most beloved champion in Pokemon history, and for good reason. Her Garchomp has traumatized multiple generations of players. She shows up throughout your Sinnoh journey, helping you investigate myths and legends, making her feel like a real character, not just the final boss. When you finally face her as champion, that piano music starts playing and you know you're in for the fight of your life. Her team is perfectly balanced with perfect coverage, and her Garchomp with its insane speed and power can sweep unprepared teams. She's tough but fair, challenging but not cheap, which is why players respect her so much. Speaking of trauma, let's discuss Ultra Necrozma from Gen 7. I know it's not technically a trainer, but this thing deserves a spot on the most hated list. This Photon Dragon appears as a surprise boss in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and can one-shot basically anything you throw at it. Its signature move, Photon Geyser, combined with its boosted stats makes it harder than most legendary battles. Players weren't expecting this difficulty spike in what's considered one of the easier Pokemon games, making it even more jarring. Now, for someone universally loved Larry, the normal type gym leader from Paldea, Larry is just a regular salaryman who happens to be a gym leader on the side. He's tired, overworked, and just wants to eat his rice balls in peace. Players immediately connected with Larry because he's so relatable. He doesn't have a gimmick or flashy personality, he's just doing his job. The plot twist that he's also an Elite Four member using flying types was brilliant. His deadpan humor and regular guy energy in a world of eccentric gym leaders made him an instant fan favorite. On the hate side, we have to mention Norman, your literal father in Ruby and Sapphire. Norman is memorable for all the wrong reasons, mainly those two Slaking. Despite Slaking only attacking every other turn due to Truant, its base stats are legendary level. If you don't have a fighting type or a solid strategy, Norman will destroy you harder than any dad should destroy their own child. Many players weren't prepared for their own father to be such a massive difficulty spike, especially coming after relatively easy gyms. Let's shift to someone who's loved for being a challenge, Sabrina, the psychic gym leader from Kanto. In Gen 1, psychic types were completely broken with only bug moves as a real weakness, and let's be honest, bug moves sucked back then. Sabrina's team could sweep you easily, but players respect her because she felt like a proper challenge. Her mysterious personality and psychic powers made her memorable. The anime made her even more iconic with that creepy doll storyline that gave kids nightmare. Now for pure hate, we need to talk about Lenora from Unova. This normal type gym leader is only the second gym, but her Watchog is a certified team killer. That thing's retaliate after her, Herdier Feints will knock out pretty much anything at that point in the game. Players often complain she's harder than some Elite Four members, which for a second gym is absolutely ridiculous. She doesn't have the charm or memorability to balance out the difficulty, just pure frustration. Time for another love trainer, Misty, the water type gym leader. Misty is beloved mostly because of anime nostalgia, where she traveled with Ash for years. In the games, she's a decent challenge with her Starmie knowing powerful moves for that point in the game. But really, it's her personality from the anime that made her iconic, the fiery redhead who isn't afraid to call Ash out on his mistakes. She's been a fan favorite since 1996, and that's not changing anytime. Blue, or Gary Oak, depending on your preference, is the rival everyone loves to hate. This cocky jerk shows up at the worst possible times to battle you when your team is weak. His "smell ya later" catchphrase and constant bragging made him the perfect rival. Players felt genuine satisfaction finally beating him for the championship, only for him to immediately lose the title. But that's exactly why he works so well as a rival. You want to beat him so badly that it drives you forward. Raihan from Galar is another modern favorite. This dragon-type gym leader is also a social media influencer who takes selfies during battle. His weather-based double battles were actually strategic and challenging, unlike most Galar gym. Players love his personality design and the fact he considers himself Leon's rival. He brought personality to a generation that some felt was lacking in memorable characters. Let's talk about Elite 4 member Glacia from Hoenn, who everyone seems to hate. Ice types are already annoying with freeze chance, but Glacia takes it to another level. Players report spending dozens of full restores and revives just trying to get through her team. That Frostlass spamming Confuse Ray and Ice moves will drain your resources before you even reach the champion. She lacks any personality to make up for the frustration, just exists to waste your items. One more for the loved category, Korrina, the fighting type gym leader from Kalos. She's directly tied to Mega Evolution, giving you a Lucario and teaching you how to use a mechanic. Players love her energetic personality and the fact she actually helps you on your journey beyond just being a gym battle. Her roller skating design is memorable and she feels like a real friend, not just an obstacle. Chuck from Johto joins the hated list for being completely forgettable. A fighting type gym leader who uses a Primeape and Poliwrath from Gen 1 instead of any new Johto fighting type. His personality is basically, I trained under a waterfall and that's it. Players often forget he even exists until they're reminded, which is never a good sign for a gym leader. For love trainers, we can't forget Elesa, the electric type model from Unova. Her gym is a literal fashion runway, which was such a creative design. She manages to be glamorous while still being a competent trainer. Players especially loved her redesign in Black and White 2, where you walk the runway with her after winning. She proves gym leaders can have careers outside battling, making the world feel more real. And finally, let's end with both the most loved and hated trainer of all time, Cynthia again, but specifically her surprise appearance in Undella Town. Players who thought they were just exploring a beach house suddenly found themselves in battle with the former champion with her team at level 75+. No warning, no preparation, just immediate destruction. Some players love this surprise challenge while others hate getting destroyed when they just wanted to explore. It perfectly represents why Cynthia is so memorable. She's tough, fair, and shows up when you least expect it.